So today, a lot of content, and I really want to explain to folks that where we are in terms of all these rumors about $1,400 for everybody, unemployment benefit, non-taxable, and here's federal, here's state, all of these things. And we want to just kind of clean that up for you, and so you know what to look for. Okay, folks? Let me share screen. Let's talk about 1040 change. Yes, it will change. The reason I say it will change, and I put on here federal taxes and the state taxes. I used Iowa. We have a lot of folks who are working with us are from other states, but I worked into Iowa's legislature to find out what's going on there. But that kind of give you an indicator of what other states are doing. So right here, right now, the federal government, the House has this 1.9 trillion package, and in February, and then it went through the House, and the Senate did not approve that, but came up with their own. So what Senate came up this last week is includes several things. So which are similar to what the House has. So to come out to be approved by the House and pass the Congress, signed by the president, become a reality. Okay, so that's why we are so firm. We're making a statement saying 1040 will change. So it will change, and I'll go through the change with you. But I want you to understand, this is the federal government change. Federal government is making this change. The state government has to go through a different process to get that accepted in line with the federal government or not in line with the federal government is their choice. So here in Iowa, today I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. So the House presented the bill in January. So the bill had one thing in there, and that bill says that the pandemic unemployment insurance payment to individual to be non-taxable. So that's the bill, okay, in Iowa by the House. So it went to the Senate, and the Senate is supposed to pass the bill as well, then in order to become a law, right? But the Senate is not yet there. They're not yet doing anything on that bill. So Iowa is pausing, but it is kind of related to the federal is making those big changes to taxes of 2020, folks. And the unemployment benefit payment we're talking about here, and by law, unemployment payment to you are taxable. You have to include that in your federal tax return, and you have to report that income, pay income tax on it, right? And must be reported. Not just if you got in 2020, you're reporting 2020. If you got in 2021, you're reporting 2021. And both federal and the state are going through approval process to make this non-taxable for 2020 folks, not for 2021. So if you're receiving unemployment benefit right now for 2021, this doesn't apply to 2021, but only apply to the unemployment benefit that you received in 2020. And now you are getting a 1099-G. And I want to show you what that looks like, okay? So 1099-G is looking like this, folks. So this is Iowa 1099-G. And it has the unemployment benefit compensation. Look at that number. This is the number that they're talking about to make it non-taxable. So what happens if it is non-taxable? This particular person would get all of these taxes refunded. The federal is going, the House is already okayed it. The Senate is just passing the bill. So now it's just waiting for Congress and the president sign into a law. So on the federal side, and it's pretty a sure thing. So we need to wait till mid-March, March 14. And once it's signed into the law, the tax form will change, folks. Tax form will change. So that amount, not all of it, 10,200 of it, it will not be taxable. So let's look what that means when I say that is not taxable. So do you remember this is the tax return, right? 1040. This is the 1040 we have. And in the 1040, and I am putting in the number. This number is under line 8, other income. The other income is coming from Schedule 1. So I'm going to Schedule 1 for you. So this is my unemployment compensation, $23,829.89. This is exactly this number I was talking about on my form, 1099G. Okay, so what happened is this number I put it in, but I only will pay taxes on the balance. So that's what the federal government is pushing. Now, what about the state? In Iowa, let me show you something. So this is the House bill that got introduced. This is a House bill. Here, pandemic unemployment insurance. The amendment exempts from calculation of net income for income tax any federal pandemic unemployment compensation received as part of the Federal Coronavirus Aid, Relief, Economic Security Act. This exemption is repealed on January the 1st, 2026. They're saying that you cannot do that. By that time, this exemption will be null and void. The change is retroactive to tax year 2020. So the state bill here says two things that's different from federal. Number one, no amount limitation. Okay, so let's say if this one passed the Senate, that means when we prepare taxes, folks, the federal government, you reduce 10,000 to 100. But for the state, you exclude everything, right? Because if that is related to federal pandemic unemployment compensation. So the state will give you which portion is this, they call them PUC. Which portion is PUC, which portion is not. So the one portion, no limit, is all non-taxable. And also, based on what I read here, that means in 2021, when federal government don't have that exemption, the states still have it, right? As long as it's the federal government's pandemic, the coronavirus relief, and because it's only get appealed in 2026. All right, so I want to say this to you, not because it is already becoming a law. That's why I want to discuss this with you. So you know the complications in there. I'll gain some more appreciation for the tax preparers, for people who are at, CPA, working at the CPA industry. I'll tell you that, the medical team, the medical, service team, the hospital, the nurses, they're heroes. And I think someone should recognize CPAs to be heroes too, right? I would, all of our CPA folks would agree with me. And we worked so hard this year. There's just constant changing, and we'll have to refresh our brain, like restart computers every day. And it's just a lot to catch up. So I say to you that you hold off to mid-March to file your taxes, folks. And you don't want to do your 1040 right now, while we are almost at the point to know whether you're going to have that exempted or not. And a lot of people, I would say maybe 25% of the taxpayers who comes to do taxes this year has unemployment benefit number in there. So if you have 1099G, folks, wait. And we use our 3 p.m. Webinar time to update you, right? So we update you constantly, and you just need to make sure that you you come to the webinar to get your get your knowledge updated and know what we're talking about. And I really think that if you just subscribe to our channel, that would prompt you to know that, oh, there's a new video. I'll take a look. We do have other language videos, and if you don't speak that language, just ignore it. And we do have, we do Chinese webinars on Monday, Vietnamese on Wednesday, and Spanish on Friday. And Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, Tuesday is me, 30 minutes. And Thursday is our outreach time, and we invite speakers. And Saturday is 1 hour, me again. And this coming Saturday, and I plan to talk about topics related to utilizing kid, utilizing children in your family for your family-owned business. So my plan is to lay out from child 1 years old to 100 years old. Yeah, even if they're 100 years old, they're still our child. So I plan to lay out the 100 years for your children, to tell you that what kind of benefit or things you can do if you have a business to utilize to provide benefit to the kids. So that's what I was planning to do. And now let's go back to my PowerPoint again. So this is the unemployment benefit part I was talking about. Now let's just talk about stimulus check. And I'm just gonna quickly run through this because I know that you need to know. Because let's say if you didn't get it, let's say you waited for your stimulus check and didn't show up, then has more reason to delay your 1040. So when you file your 2020 1040, you will get this stimulus check for what, let's say you got a wrong bank account and you know that you didn't even get the previous one. So now this one is not here either, not gonna come. Then wait until the dust settles and you can file extension, you can file 1040, catch up all of these, okay? So just remember, so far we got a 3 stimulus check. I didn't get it, but I mean all of, majority of the American people, and including people I know, the first check, the children age 16 and under would get 500, but the mom or dad would get up to 1,200. Remember, that's the first round. That one was based on 2019 and or 2018, remember? Okay. The second one came in with 600 peanut butter approach. As long as it's your child, as long as the parents are there, even if you have even if you have a we call them mixed status family, like one is citizen, one is 18, then you also get it, right? 600, the citizen gets the 600, the children gets the 600, and not the one with 18. Then the third one is this one they're talking about. It's a 1,400. It's a peanut butter again, and it's even more spread because it goes no longer limited by age. So if you have parents are under your tax return as a dependent, and they will get that too, unless they get it separately from a Social Security. Okay, so basically no limit. If you have college student who are 23 years old, but on your return, college student, you will get 1,400 for that college student. So this is the difference for the stimulus check. Then one other thing, if you have a baby in 2020, believe it or not, the statistics shows that there's more baby born in 2020, like towards to the end of 2020, than any other years, same period, because we're all locked down at home. And what are the things the couples can do? I mean, just so understandable. But the federal government said, if you have a baby that's born in 2020, so I hope that nobody is born on January the 1st, 2021. But if you are born before that moment, and you get $1,100 more, and this one, no income limitations so far, I know, and it is also in the bill. Okay, so see, waiting for March 15 or March 14 is not a bad idea, right? Now, the last one I want to talk about is the mixed status family. So this is the one I was mentioned about. One is citizen, the other one maybe 18. So on this proposal, so I don't know which way it goes yet. So it would potentially provide stimulus check money to the household of U.S. citizen with the non-citizen parents. So that means if you're non-citizen parents, but you have kids born in U.S., right? Your kids, of course, get the 1,400, but the bill wanting to give the parents the 2,800 as well, the 1,400 plus 1,400. So this is where the mixed family status improving. So when we doing the first one, if you have mixed status family, you don't get it, because that's the first check. The second check says, oh yeah, the U.S. citizen gets it. Then the third one saying that, oh, maybe everybody gets it, right? So we're kind of progressively going to benefit the people that who didn't really get the money the first time. Now, I am going into, I am sensitive to my time, so I want to make sure I cover everything. And here, I am going to talk something that I'm going to talk on both sides of my mouth. I just said that, wait, don't file, right? I just said that. I said that all of these things and you don't want to file, wait. But I also say that you need to get your taxes done. Okay, let me tell you what I mean by that. 1040 Schedule C filers. 1040 Schedule C filers, that PPP2 ends at the end of this month, okay, March 31st. That means no more PPP2, done by the end of March, unless they extend, right? But right now they didn't extend. And the PPP2 had a special clause made for Schedule C folks. So if you file Schedule C, and you didn't get any money from PPP before, and you can just use your 2020 Schedule C filing, but you don't have to file it, just draft of the return. You can use that to get your PPP2 funds. And the PPP2 funds has two types. So I want to show you something. I did this chart when I was talking on last Saturday. So that was the one that I show you in the very beginning of this half an hour. I show you on YouTube. I have that videos there. That's when I was drawing this chart. So I want to bring you back to this chart again. I want to talk to people right here. So look at the first box, the PPP, right? The PPP right here. If you got the first round of PPP, which is the one in 2020, if you got it, it's yes part. If you did not get it, it's the second part. Of course, if you got it in the yes part, you have to have a revenue drop by 25% and you spend your money, then you can apply again. Okay, so I'm not typically talking about that. I'm just talking about the one that who is sole proprietor and it never made any money, so your net profit was always negative, so you didn't even qualify for PPP1. Back in 2020, you do not qualify. Because you don't qualify, so you didn't apply. But now it's changed. So I want to say to you that although I want people to wait for 1040 filing, but the one with Schedule C cannot wait. You cannot wait. You need to get that drafted. You need to go to your local banker because you don't need anything. You just need your 1040 2020, show the Schedule C that you have. And now I'm going to share with you a different screen. So now I'm coming to Schedule C. So this is 2020 Schedule C. So you will be calculating, let's just give an example. Let's say I am having a small restaurant, let's say, and I always had a loss, so I never really had any PPP in the past. So, and I don't have employees, so I never really have PPP. I make 100, I'll make it simple. I make 150,000. Let's say my sales is 150,000. My cost of goods sold right here in line number 4 is 30,000. So this is my food cost when I was running my little mama papa shop. And so my net income, my gross income right here, folks, is 120,000. All right. So in the past, I have so many expenses. My total expense was like $130,000. So I always had a negative loss of 10,000, always. So when the first PP come and I'm like so sad, although I have a real business, but I could not get PPP because I never pay myself salary. I'm always at the loss. Right now, they changed it. They changed it, folks. They were saying that use this number, use 120. So 120, and then you know how much money you are getting in this particular calculation because you are a restaurant. So you use this 120 divided 120. The maximum is 100. So you get rid of that 20,000. So you use 100,000 divided by 12 months. So it's $8,333 times 3.5. So you will get $29,166.66 on your PPP loan, forgivable loan. So for that reason, I tell you that yes, you because of the unemployment benefit, all of that stuff, and you got a new baby, and so you want to wait. Understandable. But for those with a Schedule C, you don't want to wait. You need to get your taxes done, get it drafted, go to the lender, and get it filed. So the lender will use your 2020 Schedule C and to give you the PPP amount. Okay, got it? And also to tell you that PPP amount you're getting is non-taxable. It is actually already in that bill I was showing you, and in this bill, and this bill already went to Senate. This bill excludes PPP program. Actually exclude the Iowa bill in this House bill actually exclude all of these state federal grants to be taxable. So business owners, be aware, you do not need to pay taxes on this. So don't file it. Don't file until the dust settles, and it's okay to file extension. Who told you that file extension will get more audit? That's nonsense. That's not true. Okay, so make sure that you do that. And this is where our obviously our storage room for all the videos we have in the past. There's a lot. You can do search, right? You can do search on the topic keywords, so you can find the one you want to listen. And we're just wanting to pass that knowledge to you, so you can properly handle your own financial affairs, and we will be your backup. All right, so that would be it for today. And so happy that you're here, and I do appreciate your time. And please subscribe to our channel and give us thumb up, give us input, and email me if you want to, or email Kat, so that way we can get feedback and always give you the most timely information that we can ever fish out of all of these libraries. We have so many libraries, so we search for the information for you. Bye-bye.